New month, new holy grails. I've got new releases to talk about today, including Dior and Fenty. Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is going to be a new release video. I'm going to go over a couple of new products. I'm not going to go in depth with any one of these, but I'm going to give you enough information to know whether or not these are worth picking up. And then of course, as the months go on, I will do update videos for all of you. So first I want to talk about this Oak Essentials SPF. This is a broad spectrum SPF. I've actually had this for a month and I got like a little squeeze bottle that just said like tester, do not talk about basically until the 24th of February when it actually released. But this is a very different type of mineral SPF. It feels completely different than other SPFs. And I think many of us don't like to use an SPF because of the way they feel and the way they smell. And this one is completely different. So first of all, it's this bottle and then you just open up the top like this and then you squeeze it out. It is very lightweight and it feels like a moisturizer. It does not feel like sunscreen. I know that sounds odd, but you know what I'm trying to say, like that heavy feeling that sunscreen has. It also smells really fantastic. The 3 scents in here, I want to make sure I get the scents right because I always forget exactly what they are. Green tea, cucumber, and plumeria. It mostly, to me, smells like, well, no, it's a really good combination of the 3, but it's a very lightweight. I get a lot of the green tea with a little cucumber, and then the plumeria just sort of rounds it out so it's not sharp at all. It's actually really lovely, and it doesn't have, I'm prone to migraines, no problems with this one. It's a breathable, lightweight formula. So it's really comfortable on the skin. I have a little book that they gave me, which is really cute. It's 11% non-nano zinc oxide. That's the mineral shield. Then the hydration in here, there's the desert succulent botanicals. It's a resilient desert plant that helps hydrate and support healthier looking skin. And then an Indian beech tree seed extract that's an antioxidant rich extract that helps protect against environmental stressors like dry air and harsh weather. Around here, that actually is, very helpful. But regardless of all the things that are in it, and again, I'm not a dermatologist, but what I notice is that it's like comfortable to wear. Like it feels like a moisturizer. It feels like, it doesn't feel like sunscreen. It just feels like a nice, clean smelling moisturizer. And then your hands don't feel like you have sunscreen on your hands afterwards. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like you have moisturizers on your hands and you can just go. So it's a really nice product. It says a daily hydrating mineral body sunscreen. And I have to say, yeah, that's what it is. It's lightweight lotion, like slip, which I agree with. Feels like hydrating body care with a breathable, natural looking finish. Yes, you can see what it looks like. And the scent is called Pacific Green. Crisp green tea, cool cucumber, and soft plumeria. You can't see, it just looks like my skin is well hydrated. It's really nice, guys. You should try this out. This is for all of us that tend to not wear sunscreen because we don't like the feel of it or the smell of it, or we can't layer things over it. This is fantastic. Now, the only thing is it does say body. So I have to ask them, and I haven't asked them yet, if I can use this on my face. I have not used it on my face. I don't see any reason why I can't, but I haven't. And I'm gonna explain to you why, because you're like, why didn't you just try it? Anyway, it's a great product. I will ask them about the face and whether they're coming out with one for just face, because it does say body on it. My face. I have been trying to use retinols and more like peels, like the Edam Cashmere Peel, which is a lovely product. But unfortunately, my skin barrier is so sensitive that in doing so, I damaged it and got these little red and white bumps all through here, which happens to people who have like very sensitive skin. So I literally have to spend they say at least a week, but it's probably like 3 weeks of repairing the barrier and not introducing new things to it to irritate it. So yeah, you're gonna see right through here, it's just the texture of my skin looks a little off and you can just see the little bumps possibly. So that is why I haven't tried it on my face. If any of you out there know absolutely that it's, I don't see why it would be a problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why you couldn't use it on your face, but it does say It does say body. Jenny Kane, who's the founder of Oak Essentials, said, being born and raised in California, applying SPF was one of the first skin rituals I learned, but as I've gotten older, I realized the importance of extending it to your whole body. It's a step I think so many skip because there isn't a mineral option on the market that feels luxurious to wear. That's why I'm thrilled to introduce this one and share such a non-negotiable part of my routine. It is very luxurious. Like, it really is. It feels fantastic. So it's something you should check out, and you should check out the smell because I really like the scent of it. So it's something that I actually have incorporated into my routine, which is unusual for me, for my body. My face, yes. My body, I'm usually like, oh, I don't need it. You know, it'll be fine. And therefore I have damage to my skin. Anyway, all right, so the next products, they are from a company called Counter. And Counter is a clean beauty brand. They sent these to me, and I'm always interested in trying clean beauty because I feel like a lot of times all of you are very interested in clean beauty, but clean beauty doesn't necessarily mean good beauty or luxurious beauty or any of the above. So I always like to try them and just see, you know, get my thoughts. This is made in the United States, has Leaping Bunny on it, and it has a 12-month shelf life. The things they sent me were the Glow First Serum Primer, which haven't tried yet because skin, but again, it does look interesting. This is 1 fluid ounce, and it's a glowy primer, innovative serum primer, hybrid with encapsulated pearl technology, gives skin an effortless luminosity while prepping it for flawless makeup application. Lightweight gel, instantly hydrates, visibly plumps, and boosts radiance. So I am going to be very interested in trying this. I have it on my desk now, and I certainly will try it. If you have tried it, let me know what you think. But unfortunately, at the moment, trying to stay away from that. I did do their blush and bronzer, which I do think are actually quite good. So if you're looking for clean beauty, this is a product you should check out. It's the Velvet Cream Bronzer in shade 1. It's a long-wearing velvety cream to satin bronzer with a buildable soft focus effect. So this is warm. It's a warm glow, but it's an interesting, it has like almost like a, not clay, but somewhat like clay. Like, it's not, there are people who have talked about some of the bronzers, the cream bronzers, being too emollient, like too glossy. This is not like that. This has a instant, like, the minute you put it on your skin, it looks dry. It looks not dry. It looks satiny. It looks like it's, you know, a powder. And it has good pigment. But again, this is a very warm shade. This is shade 1. It says, for a warm glow, blend onto areas where the sun naturally hits. For soft definition, build along the hollows of cheeks, jawline, blah, 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 blah. This would be too warm for me to do a contour, but again, as a bronzer, it's very nice. Once it goes onto the skin, it does just stay, and it looks quite good. I did try to hit just the high points of my face and nose, and I think it worked really well. Like, the shade is right. It's not too light or too deep for someone who is fair. I definitely think you could build it. And like I said, I mean, the minute you put it on, it just sinks right in. So it looks like it's part of your skin. They did a great job with it. And then the blush is a shade called Chai. It's the Cheeky Clean Cream Blush. It has 4.5 grams in here. I used a brush for this, but you can use your fingers. It says, use your fingers, swirl, pat, and blend onto the apples of your cheeks, build color to the desired intensity, from a sheer natural flush to a dewy pop of color. I absolutely agree that this is the same kind of, like, you can build it. You can use your finger. It's not that you can't. I'm just trying to be careful, again, with my face. It is a really beautiful color, this Chai, and look at how easily I built that. Like, it can get really, really deep. Or you can shear it out very, very easily. And once you shear it out, again, see how it just sort of sinks into the skin? It's great. It's a really nice product. This is more emollient than the bronzer, but again, it stays on. It looks really good on the skin. I think it's really nice for drier skin, especially because it gives you that glowy look. I don't have any highlighter on today. Glowy look without, you know, looking drying or disappearing on you either, because it is a cream product. So it does seem to have more longevity than a lot of cream products. So the Counter products, I'm very impressed so far. I will definitely try the primer. I just can't as of yet. Before I get to Dior, I want to mention the new Fenty shades. So I've talked about Fenty a bunch of times. I really like the Fenty lip products. There's other products by Fenty that I like, but the lip products are some of my favorites. And there is new shades, Rose Amber, and they have a liner and the Gloss Bomb stick. I also picked up another Gloss Bomb stick because I love the Gloss Bomb sticks. But anyway, this shade, which I have on my lips, is very much reminiscent of Chocolate Sicily or Sicily's chocolate liner. It's a very similar color. It's just a great, deep, cool brown shade. And then the Rose Amber gloss stick is this cool brown, which I do have on my lips right now. I love this type of lip. This is a very 90s lip. I just think it's a great shade. I think it's a great color. I think it's a great formula. Reminds me of the Cocoa Flashes. I really, I really highly recommend the Fenty lip products. This is another shade I picked up just because I liked it. It's spiced cold. And I really like the Fenty lips, guys. I think they're really good. I think you should check them out. The new shades, I'll make sure the details are below, but I was just like, I have to try them because there were these, cool browns, which I really like. They do look brown, but they have like a pinkish undertone. Now, I have a cool tone, so like my undertones are always kind of cool. So for me, this is definitely going to go cooler. On you, it might go more neutral. I don't know. But if you like this type of look, and the price point I think is really reasonable for what you get. It's long-lasting lipstick, lip liner, and a glossy, long-lasting for glossy lip, and it's not too sticky or glossy. Someone did mention that the taste of they don't like the taste of the gloss stick. So I've actually been tasting it, and I get what you're saying. The taste is not the best taste, but I do like the scent. So to me it's fine. Like it doesn't bother me, but I do get what you're saying. Like the taste is not the best taste. The only lip product that I like the taste of is the La Mer lip product, which I think I have I do. I have it right here because I've been using it so much. This is the lip treatment. That actually tastes really good, but that's the only lip product that I can think of off the top of my head that I like the taste of. Like there's numerous ones I like the scent of, like the Hermes lip oils, but that one I like the taste of. But the rest of them, I don't like the taste. So, for me, it doesn't taste bad. It just has I don't know what that is. It's just it's like a glossy lip kind of taste. I don't know. But you'll have to tell me if you can describe it better. But I really like the new shades. There they are on my lips. And the lip liner is great. Chocolatey lip, if that's what you're looking for. I want to mention really quick, I do have on the Heart Concealer Corrector. I have this vein that has started to pop up under my eye. I mean, it was always there, but the skin is getting thinner, so I've been using that over it. It does seem to work really well, guys. I will say that it's a full coverage, so what you want to do is you want to tap it in very, very lightly like this. I wouldn't cake it on because it's gonna, get in the lines and cake up. So what you want to do is kind of open your eye so that it's, and make sure it's in the lines and pressed in. And then if you want to set it with powder, set it with powder. But don't put too much on. Just use a little bit. You need a very little amount. The thing is going to last me possibly the rest of my life, but I do really like it. All right, so Dior. I ordered from Dior 2 of the new eyeshadows, 1 of the new over volume mascaras, and a new lip liner, which I will show you, new shade. And I have on today the eyeshadow in Brown Brocart. So I'm assuming it's Brown Brocart. You don't pronounce consonants, so I'm guessing Brocart. Or Broca, I don't even know. So what I would tell you is this formula is seemingly the formula of brown cashmere. The packaging is the same, and it seems to me, although I can't find the brown cashmere packaging right now, that the formula is the same as it was in brown cashmere that I liked so much. It has the pine oil in it. Yes, yay for pine oil. However, it does not have aloe in it. They do have cornflower extract, which is known for providing comfort and soothing feel to the eyelids. It does have wild rose oil to get the creamy texture. And then of course it has the pine oil in it. So I'm glad that it has the pine oil, but I wish they would put the aloe back in. I understand that the cornflower and the rosehip oil, the feel of it does feel very nice. And I do, spoiler, I do like this palette and I do like the formula in the palette. but I loved the aloe pine oil combination that came out in 2020, I think it was, and then was like discontinued. So again, it's definitely a really good formula, but it's not my favorite formula from Dior. This is the look that I came up with this particular palette. And I have to say, it is quite beautiful. I think it's a gorgeous color story. I swatched it next to Brown Cashmere, which is like one of my favorites of all time. And it's a much cooler color story. So it's not the same at all. The brown in there is very similar, but a lot of the Dior, frankly, a lot of the Dior palettes have that brown in it. But it is a much cooler story. And I think it actually looks quite nice on the eye. I think that there's a couple shades in here that I would use as one and dones, like a lot actually. And I think the middle shade here is like a gorgeous shade to use at all times. And I think it's going to be, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think this one's going to be very popular. It's a really good, it looks like, oh my goodness, the single shade from Dior that I can't think of the name of. I'll put it down below that I have. I'll do a swatch comparison. I'll get a swatch of it. Yeah, it's a really good single use shade. It's like really, really nice. And then this shade I think is also going to be a great shade for people. This is the gray. Because it's just a really light, but like intense at the same time look. It's really good. So I think this palette is definitely worth picking up. I think that the formula is good. It's blurring. It's comfortable on the eyes. It blends extremely well. It doesn't all merge into one big shade. I mean, I think very highly of this palette. I think it's really good. I did order the other palette, and I'll put the name down below because I've just forgotten the name of that. That one is still being packaged. Now, I don't know exactly what happened, but I did order like right before the snowstorm here in the Northeast. So I don't know if everything just went haywire. I don't know what happened. But the point is, I still don't have that one. When I do get that one, I'm going to do a side-by-side with that and the Chanel denim so you guys can see whether you need both or even want both. But I will say the formula is excellent. I really do like this formula. I think they did a very good job. You can also use this, again, wet if you choose to do that. I will do that for you now so you guys can see it. And you guys know I always put timestamps in these things. So you might have just jumped right here. And if you have, do not forget to go down and subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing and it makes all the difference in the world to me here. And I would greatly appreciate it because I would love to continue doing this work on YouTube. So I'm going to take this shade over here, this very light shade. And again, I'm going to use it wet. So the mascara, it's not a new formula. It's the Over Volume Mascara, which looks a little bit different than the Over Curl Mascara. And it comes in the same packaging, the Canage packaging, which I really, really like. And it has the barbell shape to it. I have this in black and I have this in brown. And it's one of my favorite formulas of mascara. I think it's excellent. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a volumizing mascara. It feels really good on, it works well. It's for somebody who likes a volumizing mascara. I got it this time in the shade Over Plum. And I have to say, I love the plum. Like, I get why people like plum. Like the deep, it's like a deep plum though. It's not like purple. And yeah, I would definitely wear this. It makes, I don't know, it's not as harsh as the black and it makes your eyes look like a little bit more bright, I think. And it's really nice. Like, I really like it. So if you were on the fence about whether plum was worth it, yeah, the plum is worth it. I might go out and just get the blue now because I think the blue would be kind of fun. And it would be interesting to see the blue next to the blue Chanel. So if you're interested, let me know and I'll do that when I do the other palette because I don't have it yet. I don't even think they've shipped it yet. So yes, can you see how like metallic and wet and gorgeous that looks? I mean, it's really well done. The formula is excellent. And again, my hat's off to Dior for course correcting and coming out with these shades. I bet you all four of them are beautiful and have good you know, formula and good color payoff and all that great stuff. I wish they would bring back the aloe. I'm not exactly sure why they don't bring back the aloe unless it's an expense thing, because I don't think very many people are allergic to aloe. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think so. Like I think aloe, for the most part, is something that people use. I used it when I was 12 years old and got second-degree burns all over my back from an aloe plant. Put it directly from the aloe plant, it's my grandmother, all over my back. So it's generally a healing plant. So I mean, again, you can be allergic to anything. So, you know, forgive me if I've just said the absolute wrong thing, but I don't think so. So it's either hard to source or it's more expensive. Like either way, it's expense, right? So I don't know. I think we're paying enough for these palettes for them to put the more expensive product in, if that's what it is. But again, that's just me. So yeah, I think this is a great palette. I love the color story. I think this is beautiful. If you're somebody who likes a cool tone palette, it has lots of shimmers in it. Great combo. It is different than brown cashmere and color story, so you don't have to worry about it overlapping. Yes, of course, there's similarities. These are browns, but this is much cooler and much more shiny. I haven't really had any fails today. I think everything that I'm using I really like. The thing that is the most revolutionary to me at the moment, which is strange, is the SPF. You really should check this out. It feels like a very lightweight moisturizer and it smells phenomenal. And if you're somebody who may just be like, oh, I don't want to put SPF on my body because it's heavy and sticky and tacky and it smells bad, you should check this out. You know, I have people in my family who have had skin cancer. I've had it. I have like a little thing right here on my nose. I had second-degree burns all over my back as a kid. It was the 80s. Things were different, but SPF is actually really important. And so, you know, you should check it out because I have very dry skin and I have very sensitive skin, as you know from my story earlier. And this has been great. So something that you should definitely check out. Fenty, underrated lip products. Check out the ones that I just mentioned. The color, if you like the 90s color lip, oh, phenomenal. Plum mascara is a revolutionary mascara. I really like the deep plum color. It's less harsh than black. It's brightening. I really like it. And the over volume formula I think is excellent. If you want me to pick up the blue to do with the other palette and do like a true side-by-side Dior or Chanel, I'll do that. The counter products, I haven't tried the primer, but I really like the blush and the bronzer if you're looking for a clean beauty product. I think I covered everything if I forgot something. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I will have more for you soon.